All women get wet in the bed when a man knows these best ways to make a girl wet. If you're wondering how to get a girl wet, then you must read this. First, let her understand why this is important. When a woman gets wet means that her body is naturally responding to intimacy, desire and stimulation. Well, let me tell you a big secret. There is some proven ways to make a woman go crazy which works with every female. You just have to follow each of the following steps carefully, and I promise that you will make her go crazy like she's never been before. 8. Make a connection. The best way to do it is to do your best to make deeper connection with this girl, to form other types of intimacy besides just romance, to show her that she can trust you and that she can completely relax around you. 7. Break the ice with a hug. When you hug someone, it means you're fond of them. However, knowing that you hug your friends, your parents, your siblings, and other people you love in a non-intimacy way, it is clear that there is a crucial difference between types of hugs. First of all, wait for the right moment. Yes, you will of course hug her when you see her approaching you or when you are saying your goodbyes, but you can also do it during an emotional moment in which she would probably appreciate your physical and moral support. When you hug a girl, you gently pull her in and hold her in your arms. If you see that she is not pulling back, you can pat her back, smell her hair, or even put your hands on her butt cheeks. Make sure she feels your breath all over her face or neck because that is a sure way to her wetness. 6. Be spontaneous. Do you know why girls like bad boys and never put them in the friend zone? Because they give them the thrill and excitement of the unknown. 5. Tease her. The next thing you have to do is to create an intimacy between the two of you. And what better way to do it than to tease her? 4. Whisper slowly on her ear. Another bulletproof way to intensify a girl's intimacy, desire and her wetness is by whispering slowly in her ear. 3. Make her feel special. Making her feel special is not about making a commitment. Making her feel special in this case is all about letting her know that you really appreciate being so close to her. 2. Flirt with her. Flirting helps to prepare her mind before physical intimacy. Flirt with a girl, and even if she is not exactly into you, she will definitely entertain the attention. Most girls love it when all your attention points in their direction. They want to become your muse and inspiration. 1. Become her friend. This is probably the most controversial step, but before you jump to conclusions thinking that you definitely don't want to end up in the friend zone. You don't have to become her best friend forever. That would be quite a substantial commitment. You just need to share some sort of connection that will bring you closer to each other. Now that you just determined your associate's most delicate erogenous zones, and now that you simply perceive how to use communication to change your relationship and sex life for the higher, it's time to put that data to good use. The entirety of this information is targeted on your feminine partner's erogenous zones and how you should use the data of those zones and stimulation strategies to convey your lover to arousal. The artwork of sexual arousal, and consequently, stimulation, is one that takes effort and time to learn. In distinction to Zone 5, erogenous zones 1-4 appear almost harmless in nature. After all, the lips, ears, neck, and again aren't inherently sexual. First, we'll discover the 7 main erogenous zones that ladies are notably delicate to, in addition to 6 further scorching spots, which could be equally used for arousal and excitement. Remember, the entire reason you are French kissing and not common kissing is because you want that added spark that ignites when two folks put their mouths together this manner. While sexual flip-ons are different from one person to the next, there are a few areas on the body, generally known as erogenous zones, which have been constantly linked to arousal. This sensitive, and sometimes guarded, space is perfect for intimate stimulation and may bring your associate to the peak of arousal and excitement. If your companion is one such particular person, then stimulation of these three sizzling spots can be one method to add some time to your foreplay. Here is an infographic which shows probably the most erogenous zones in girls, primarily based on a survey of 1,500 researched subjects. Unfortunately, the lesser of these zones can be a bit extra individual. A French kiss is extra passionate and also you share one thing greater than a simple kiss on the lips, says Luna. However, kissing the neck and the ears can be simply as a lot of a activate, and that type of kissing is softer and entails the lips. As with absolutely anything in life, French kissing comes with its own set of execs and cons. Here are a number of the big benefits and some drawbacks to keep in mind when you're going at it. If I'm on a first date that is going very well, I could be open to French kissing the guy, says Amber, 24. Some folks might be prepared for French kissing from the primary date, whereas some would possibly take a slower strategy and need some warming up earlier than they begin swapping spit, says Moreno. Please don't attack a girl with your tongue, says Heather, 25. What causes oily hair? Getting a woman to believe you and loosen up in front of you, will make her want you a lot more, than if she felt forced or manipulated right into a state of affairs or specific habits. So if you want to get a girl wet, make sure she feels protected and relaxed. By understanding what works, you will discover that getting a girl wet and attractive is definitely not that troublesome. But once that occurs, you get ready to guide, as she is going to turn into a lot more open to receive you. When a guy is sexually aroused, he is additionally ready to overlook many features, typically too many. The stimulation of these secondary erotic zones was thought about equally efficient because the stimulation of the G-spot. At this level, she doesn't know what to anticipate of you anymore. You wish to get her right into a state of heightened arousal, but you also want to lead her to anticipate what's to come back next. Remember, lovemaking on your partner is simply as much about emotional closeness and intimacy than it is the satisfaction of biological drives. Flutter mild kisses throughout the tops of her toes, after which give a kiss to every individual toe. Then, work your ways again down to her soles, slowly spreading your kisses up her legs, to her internal thighs, and finally to her clitoris. Of course, the only methodology of stimulation is an easy erotic foot therapeutic massage, full with moisturizing lotion. However, the foot are just another part of the body, and one need not be turned on by the sight of feet to find their stimulation exhilarating and arousing. Zones 6 and 7, the inside thighs and the clitoris. When the scenario will get heated and touching her most erogenous zones appears as a natural development, start by inserting your palms close to the area of the clitoris and the vagina,